What's up, guys? So yeah, I'm gonna do a country style rib smoke today. Most people do these over direct flame, but I'm looking for some smoke infusion in this with some hickory and some mesquite chunk lump charcoal. So what we're gonna do is rub these down right now, and after that we'll go out and get the smoker ready, and I'm gonna let these marinate in the rub for about 3 hours. So anyways, things I'm gonna use today are this rib rub from Boner Fiesta brand seasonings and French's mustard to rub them down before I put the rub on, so it'll stick to the rub will stick to the meat better. But anyways, last night I did a pizza cookout on my grill, and that came out pretty good, and pizzas look kind of funny, but who cares, right? It was still really good, and some homebrew beer with that was excellent. So doing the one hand on, one hand off method. I'm going to keep this hand clean and sanitary so I can grab my bottles or whatever here, and then I got one hand to do all the rubbing and flipping of the meat, etc. So let's get started. So let's go ahead and cut it here. Just enough to rub all over the meat. Alright, just take the other glove here, flip your meat around, and kind of rub it all over. Alright, that one's good. Alright, that one looks pretty good too. Good. Just enough to make it sticky. My dog already wants some of this. This ain't cooked yet. Damn canines. Let's go put a little more mustard on this one. You have to wait till it's ready, buddy. Can't eat it right now. Maybe worms or something. Or some other deadly parasite for dogs. Alright, these look like they're well coated in mustard. Alright, so we're going to take our rub and sprinkle it over each of the ribs. These aren't true ribs, they're actually pork butt sliced up to look like ribs. Yeah, kind of give them a good rub down. Let's do each one, just coat it really good, all sides. These are going to be steak tender when they're done smoking. Normal country style ribs, when you direct flame them, they tend to have some chewiness to them, but these should be real tender by the time all the fat melts and turns to, you know, like collagen, and all just melts and liquefies and makes for a super tender rib. Get it all good. You can't wait, can you? Just can't wait for these to be done, huh? Alright, those look like they're mostly rubbed up real nice. That's going to infuse some good flavor in these. I'm going to hit them one more time on the platter here. This is my first time doing it this way, so it'll be interesting to see how these turn out. But this rub on the baby back ribs was fantastic. So, and we're gonna use Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce for the barbecue on these. So anyways, I'm gonna put these in a bag and let them sit in the fridge and marinate, and then after that we will throw them on the grill. But let's shoot on over to the grill and prep it, shall we? Alright guys, see I got my acorn here, some ashes left over from my previous cook. I'll let that stir these down, let the ashes fall so we can see where we're really at here on charcoal. So what I want to do here is I want to form like a little well here in the middle, right? I'm going to form a little well in the middle. So I'm going to take a hickory chunk, put it in the middle like this. This is only like a 3-hour smoke. So I really only need like maybe 3 or 4 of these, like so. Next, I want to put in my lump charcoal on top. I'll let it fall in there. That should be enough lump right there for like a 4 or 5 hour smoke. It's probably only going to be about a 4-hour smoke, just till the meat's up to about 200 degrees. Or I like to do it at 200 because that's the most tender it can get. So right in the middle I got my lump, or my hickory chunk, then we're going to move this lump kind of just around the middle on top. Yeah, you're going to get dirty. Deal with it. It's part of cooking out. And you ain't getting dirty, you ain't cooking out. At least I don't think so. Not the right way anyways. So anyways, what I'm going to do later, and we'll show that, is I'm going to put a starter cube right here in the middle, and I want to get these coals on top real nice and hot. And what I'll do over time, the air is going to rush through the top, the fire is going to want to go down, and as it goes down it's going to create a lot of smoke from those hickory chunks. So for now I'm going to put this on, put my smoking stone in place like so. And then we can put the grate on top. Yeah, I need to clean my grate. So I'll do that before I put the meat on. There you have it. Ready to smoke. We're not even going to put a water pan in this. These acorns hold so much moisture in them. Your meat comes out moist every time. The only time I have put a water pan in here is like if I do like a pork butt or a brisket, and that's, I put the pan in here. I put a water in it because why not, but I put it in here mainly to catch the drippings because I don't want grease just all in my acorn. I want it to all be caught in a pan. So some people catch it and use it for like an au jus or whatever, but for me I toss it. So when we get to lighting this thing up, we'll be back. Alright guys, so what I've done is I put a wax starter in here, a paraffin wax cube. So I'm just going to go ahead and light it. I've got it sitting on top of the wood. Go ahead and light it. I'm going to put my charcoal back on top here. This will take about, I don't know, 30 minutes or so to get up to temp. I'm going to get this up to about 200 degrees. And then I'll put my ribs on and everything. So now, while that's going, I put my smoking stone on top. Just like so. And then put my grate on top. So I'm gonna let this come to temp, and then we will put our ribs on here. Alright, we're up to about the 220 mark, so I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. Got a nice light smoke coming out of here, so let's go ahead and put these ribs on. There's one here. Put this one on. And like I said, they're just like pretty much like pulled pork, cut pulled pork pretty much, or pork butt I should say. But you can see the marinate rubs on there. That's one bag. I actually marinated 2 batches. I only showed y'all one on the video here. So I didn't want to bore you marinating 2 batches, so I only showed you one. We're just going to put these on here. And these are going to cook for about 3-4 hours. I just want to check them and make sure they're up to temp when it's time to pull them. So these are going to be good and tender, and I think they're going to be outstanding. So just kind of spread them out on my grill here. And we're going to let these go for a while, and we will do some periodic checks on this as we go. So there we have it. Ribs. We're going to let them smoke for a while. We are about an hour into these ribs cooking. Let's see how they look. Oh yeah, cooking along. These are going to be so good. They smell excellent already. So anyways, I'll close it up and lock it in case I get drunk and knock it over later. I don't know. But anyways, we're still sitting at around 200 or so. Let's see if I can focus in on it. There we go. Yeah, 200 on the meter or thermometer, which means it's about 225 on the inside here. So anyways, we'll get back to this soon. Alright guys, we're about 3 hours into the cook, so let's go ahead and see how our ribs are looking. Let's pop her open here. Unlock it first. Oh, look at those. They're cooking along nice. For too long we'll be eating on these. I'm going to baste them here in a little bit with some Sweet Baby Ray's sauce more towards the end, but they smell good and they're actually sizzling some, so that's good. They're going to be super, super tender. Alright guys, I checked these earlier and these ribs were over 165 degrees. I know I said I was going to cook them to 200, but I think I'm going to let them just be above 165. But what I want to do before I pull these, I want to candy them up with some barbecue sauce. So what I got here is some Sweet Baby Ray's. I'm just going to kind of mop it on all these ribs. This is a real sweet sauce. It's so good. You should be able to find it at your local grocer. Alright guys, let's get these ribs off of here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh man, look how... Oh, these are going to be some tender, good ribs. I've got my foil pan over here. I'm going to put these in. And I'm going to wrap them up and let them rest for a little bit. Just take them right off the grill, just like so. Any little pieces of meat. Don't lose any of those little pieces. They're delicious. Alright guys, here they are, the ribs. I just want to show you how tender these came out. Don't even really got to cut them, they just, like, I mean, look how tender these are. Look at that. Those are good, good, good. So, got some potato salad and baked beans to go with this, so I'm going to try this rib out. Oh yeah, a good smoke infusion in them. I've never prepped them this way. I usually direct grill them, but man, I'm going to smoke them from now on. They got a good smoke flavor in them. But yeah, there's real tender ribs. The fat just like came off of these like nothing. Try this one out. Oh yeah. And some potato salad too. Well, there you go. The ribs came out great. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat this. And till next time, you guys. Cheers.